I would like to give a spiritual healing testimony told to me by my dad, because it did involve me. His healing was also, I had a secondary benefit from he being healed of smoking. He started reading the Bible, and he wanted to have a healing of this addiction of nicotine, and it was a severe addiction. He tried to human will this healing. He tried to force himself to quit smoking, and it didn't work, and he even started eating cigarettes because of the nicotine. And he sought out a spiritual healing practitioner who worked with him on this, working with him to understand his true identity is actually created by God, and it's indestructible. It cannot become addicted to matter limitations. This didn't, he used this spiritual healing practitioner for about 3-4 weeks, and there was no improvement, and he just went back to smoking and decided, I can't do this. He was going to give up. Now, his attitude was, I can't do this, and he surrendered. He gave up. But the practitioner would not give up praying for him and sharing with him his God-constituted identity. When the healing occurred, which it did, there were 4 people at the construction site where my dad worked. They also quit smoking within that same week, and he was not telling them at all this process that he was going through concerning prayer healing. That's how strong the healing effect was when he got his healing. Now, if you look at pictures of my dad before and after this event, he has that cigarette hanging out of his mouth like Bogey or James Dean. He's a pretty tough guy. He is an ex-Marine from World War II, and he was conceited. He thought he was a pretty tough guy. After this healing, he had a softness and a gentleness in his face. And he told me about his healing, that after he had this change in his heart, he couldn't go out and hunt anymore. He couldn't go and kill animals and shoot deer, little ground squirrels. And he was a sharpshooter in the Marines during World War II. He couldn't do this anymore. But the wonderful thing from this healing, he quit beating us kids. He had a total change in his nature, his consciousness, his heart. This is what spiritual healing is. It changes our identity and makes us the way God sees us, pure, intact, indestructible in these spiritual qualities which he now manifested: humility, discipline, such.